You are listening to the Wild Man Podcast.
All right. Thank you for choosing the Wild Man Podcast. Today, our guests are Devourment. If you guys care to introduce yourselves and say what you do in the band.
Ruben, I do the vocals and write the lyrics.
I'm Brad, and I play the drums and help with the songwriting and stuff.
Oh, yeah. If you want to take it away, Sebastian, I'll get my questions in here in a minute.
I do. So early Devourment. Let's just talk about before writing the demo. It, as everybody knows, you guys are iconic, right? You started a genre that took off because prior to you guys, besides John Pauline from Mortal Decay, and I don't even know if Matty Way was doing it before you or after you, but maybe sometime in between the Disgorge demo and your demo. But I wanna kind of credit you guys for starting something which actually influenced the shit out of us, and we wanted to copy you guys and be a clone. Um, what the fuck were you thinking? Where were you like thinking vocal wise? You're like, "Dude, it's just fucking garb. I mean, like it's just fucking. And I know, rest in peace, God bless his soul. I know, homie was doing vocals for a while.
Wayne Canuck.
Yeah,
Linking up, yep.
waiting up. And so what? Ruben, take us through the early stages, man. Like, what was it? What was it about, man?
I can only attest as being a fan from the beginning, from the first time I heard it. I actually heard him on the radio. It was a station called KNON here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
First time I'd heard it, there was a phone number that was promoted as part of that. I want to say Brad and them were actually on the radio at the time when I heard it, and I actually called the phone number, and it was Hound's phone number, but Wayne had answered, and we talked for a while. Turned out we actually had met each other many years prior, before either one of us had, thought about being a death metal vocalist. And so as far as me, I can only attest as I was a fan from the beginning. Brad would be the better one to ask this question.
Right. For, I guess just the approach was, it's a Devourment just started for me as a vision, an idea, an aesthetic, a sound of like the most extreme, most brutal, heaviest, lowest, fastest, every extreme possible within death metal. And it was an idea to create a Frankenstein band from all my favorite bands at the time, which were Pyrexia, Sepho, Dying Fetus, especially. But so vocally, that was the same approach. I heard John Gallagher, and that was it for me. Like the early John Gallagher from Infatuation with Malevolence is still to this day, one of the heaviest, lowest vocals ever recorded in human history. Gallagher now is still great, but if kids that are listening to go to the shows now, listen to the Infatuation Malevolence, his vocals on that are inhuman or another level. But anyway, so that was the extreme for me. So I was on this mission to create this super band, whatever I had in my head, to call Devourment. So the first thing I did was like, I have the idea for the vocals. I know what I want vocally. And we were in the scene in DFW, and there was all these great local bands, and there was this weirdo band, kind of like a Mr. Bungle meets death metal, called Meatus, which is this really avant-garde, cool band. But they had two singers, like a regular screamy kind of hardcore guy, and they had this weird, tall Frankenstein-looking dude with a flat top who did brutal vocals and did death metal vocals. And I was at one of their shows, I think, with Brian, our guitar player at the time. I take that back. This was with Braxton. So this is prior to Brian. So it was just me trying to hunt for a vocalist because at the Devourment at the very early stage was just me and a guitar player named Braxton, who became our producer later on. He never actually played on the records, but that was so we were looking vocalist. I saw the show. We were at a show in Deep Ellum downtown, and Wayne was just warming up. Like they were setting up for Mieta's set, and he was just doing mic checks. And I was like, I just heard the most insane growling vocal I've ever heard in my life. And I turned around as this fucking weird guy. And I was like, I'm stealing that guy from that band. That is my singer for this band. And over time that I wore him down. But yeah, he was already doing this kind of like extreme stuff. And then we talked and hung out, and I told him ideas and was like starting this thing. And so we just started jamming, and he already had this kind of, this Gallagher-esque brutality to him that no one else in the scene was really doing. Everyone was doing, heavy vocals and whatever, but this was, next level. And like Ruben said, that was his influence. He heard it the same way I heard it, with fresh ears, of this guy just doing this shit that no one was doing here. And that just fit what I was in my head wanted to begin with, and just never heard anybody doing. So all credit to Wayne Knupp for being the originator of that original demo devourment gurgly. I mean, he even did that, like, right, Ruben, that weird gurgly shit like no
He
one was even
fucking
doing.
destroyed it, dude.
Right. So but that's what that was. That's all me and finding Wayne. It's all credit to Wayne. But then, yes, as it went on, and then things fell out with Wayne. Ruben was a fan. He came to our practices. We'd hang out, and he would get on the mic when Wayne was off and stuff. And he would just me and we'd be jamming, practicing, and this guy, I've never seen this little dark haired dude look like a little Glenn Benton clone, would get on the mic. And he was just as good as Wayne. And I was like, what the hell? This guy, like, just some random dude off the street, it seemed like. It took me forever to find Wayne, and now we got another guy that sounds just as good, if not better than Wayne. And I was like, so that's what happened there. So Ruben was always in the back pocket after that. And wound up, things happened, and we record the album, and Ruben becomes the singer, and he's on that album, and that's kind of where that went.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, you guys are like one of the first ones, and not to discredit you, because at the time, remember, we used to tape trade, right? There wasn't no
Yep.
big social media, but I know Fermento was
Hmm.
doing the guttural vocals like since '96 up
Yep.
up in Europe and Spain, and again, not to discredit you guys, because you guys are set the staple for the United States, where you set a lot of trends, man. You guys are trendsetters, because I mean, I want to claim that we were like one of the first ones to copy you guys. We love Mortal Decay, but he was doing the Froggy. We're like, what if we like play Ripping
Right.
Corpse, but if we stick to the Ripping Corpse style, and then like guttural vocals like Ruben, like, and
Right.
we're like extremely inspired by you guys. I mean, I can't say that we didn't fucking. I think we were the demo tape out, and then when the Baby Killer came out, and Molest and the Decapitated, it was just like on rotation.
Yeah, yeah, appreciate that. And yeah, that's what I mean about the Frankenstein thing. It's like I never thought we invented anything or came up with, maybe one or two things, but mostly it was just an idea to take all the things that we heard that our favorite bands were already doing, and just, put it through our filter, and it became our sound, I guess is what it was. Like you said, yeah, and I gave credit to John Gallagher, was the guy that made me want to get a, brutal low vocalist. And so I got the closest guy I could find, so, which was Wayne, to do that. But yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
And John Gallagher, I have to say, a lot of people are these days, you have the elite, and they're very mad if people are reaching success for what they've been doing for 40 years and
yeah,
35 years. And I am extremely happy for where Dying Fetus is, where John Gallagher
absolutely.
is. I'm a fucking fan. I'm a fan from the start to the end. And
Same.
I think he deserves his flowers, man. John is that dude, man. He he crossed boundaries. But let me ask you one thing, man. You guys have those you had the flow gravity, right?
Right.
Was
Yeah.
amazing, and we fucking loved Devourment drumming, and
Thank you.
had those fucking groovy I mean, those groovy parts, man, that like literally a stripper could shake her fucking ass to it. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
I was at a show the other night with two strippers. When we played Maryland, it was like I'm hanging out with two strippers that were like, I want to shake my ass to this. And you guys were playing, we were watching because we were like, well, still, oh my God, these guys fucking rule. Ruben's like,
Right.
go ahead, fucking kill each other now. I mean, I think you guys uh you invented, you gave the pit for death metal. You opened up the pit, where death metal was maybe like just like a push and shove, and you
Right.
opened up the pit, but you also opened up like the groove where you can remix that to like some fucking Texas down and slow fucking hip hop if you want to do Devourment, man. Like, I mean, what you
100%.
guys did is fucking brilliant, man. Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah, for
Thank
us,
you.
it was always about that groove.
Yep.
Fucking
Um,
shake that ass. That's that Mexican side of you, Ruben.
yeah,
You
no, I mean
that ass.
it's real though. I mean, as long as everybody is moving at least their head the entire performance, that's really what it's all about.
Oh yeah, big time. Like if you look at it, like the brutal death metal scene, like without you guys, and like we said before the interview started, like a lot of the early brutal death metal bands, that stuff was heavy before heavy or like more heavier stuff came out. Like you guys are influenced so many younger bands now, and you hear like these 16, 17-year-old kids like this. Oh, who are you listening to? And it's like you always hear on repeat: Devourment, Dying Fetus, Eternal Bleeding, Pyrexia, Suffocation, all those guys. And without you guys, we wouldn't have had so much momentum.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you saying, and Ruben was saying about, I don't know if it was just how it became about, but like I came up through like thrash and early death metal in the 90s when I was,
Me too.
and then of course early 90s metal got a huge injection from like Pantera and Prong and Crowbar and stuff like that, which
Sick,
I
sick.
always, yeah, I always gravitated towards the heavy, especially guitar wise, the heavy, groovy stuff. And with the drums, the extreme speed, the nuts and the blasting stuff. So it was kind of those extremes blended together for me. That's why, like I said, the Devourment was just an experiment, a Frankenstein experiment of taking the stuff I liked of those bands, which was the heavy grooves, and we called breakdowns or whatever you because they weren't
That's what
slams
we
back then.
did. Yeah, slam
Yeah,
didn't exist back then, remember?
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. And the
yeah, we used to
extremity of
call it breakdowns. Like, people like
yeah,
slam.
chug riffs, mosh riffs,
Yeah, it's like,
yeah, so
listen, you go
exactly.
fast and you slow it down. That's it.
Exactly. And an emphasis I got from some of those bands that weren't, I didn't think have as strong an idea of me because I feel like I have a good sense of like song structure and songwriting in terms of how like I mean traditional pop and rock and metal songs go, and that's why we had this good flow in about balance with the heavy stuff and the blasty stuff and the tradition or like deicide mid-tempo death metal stuff, and that kind of why we didn't like pigeonhole ourselves into just doing one thing or one thing only or whatever, but we focused on a couple elements. And but yeah, groove was always at the heart of it for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you could definitely like I said when I saw you guys in Chicago, that was a tight, small little venue. I'm pretty sure you guys remember how tight that room was because I think
Yeah,
that was sold out too. And I've never
yeah,
seen people mosh that heavy for like proto death metal in my life. And
right,
like like I told like my buddies, I'm like this. There's a difference between when you go see deathcore and brutal death metal. Brutal death metal is more like a brotherhood. Like if someone falls, someone gets hurt, they make sure you're good.
right.
Deathcore, you're getting somewhat stomped on.
Obliterated. Exactly. Yeah, totally.
We've had our share of crowd killing people at our shows, though,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah,
We also played Texas Death Fest together, and when you guys went on, I got kicked out because I was in the pit. Fucking 47 years old. I tried going in the pit, dude. I was fucking hurting after that. But anyway, you guys opened up a lot of doors now with your status, which is extremely well deserved. I think that not only that brutal death metal fans, you managed to capture the hardcore, the metalcore, the deathcore fan base. And one thing that I uh, not because you guys are like one of my favorite bands. I'm not just sugarcoating it. One thing that I love about you is that you never change your fucking style. In other words, even though you capture deathcore fans and hardcore fans, you're still doing the fucking, you know, sick insanity gore, fucking stick a fucking bat up your asshole and puke fucking, nails. And we're just gonna bring you up, and then we're just gonna make your fucking ass shake.
Mm.
And that's
Can we
amazing.
can we quote
But
you on
it
that? We're
says
gonna
a
put that on the
lot. It
next
says a
T-shirt.
lot about you to like, you never, like bands making they start getting the deathcore crowd and
Yep,
they
we
start
see
getting
it all the time.
the metalcore crowd and they start watering down their music.
Yeah.
Uh, but you guys never did. I mean, to be fair, I heard some different albums, the vocals sounded different, but the music is still fucking like I want to take a knife and fucking stab a fucking nun in the fucking forehead with it. You know what I mean?
Giving me some lyrical ideas, Dave.
There you
But
go. Yeah. Next song.
That was gonna be my question. Like, how? So, my question for you, Ruben, is how do you come up with lyrics like that? Do you watch horror movies, or do you like? I know some people take influences from like your traditional horror movies from like the early days to now. Like, my opinion, like you guys, like I think Jamie Jossa said it best. It takes you to your imagination where you can't do this physically, but you can imagine it and just write it in a song, and it comes out like boom.
yeah, a lot of times, I read a lot on, the serial killers and um, medical stuff and all that kind of thing. That's where I get a lot of my ideas. Obviously, horror films are a big part of it. Um, Usually, it starts with the song title, and then I come up with a story in my head, and sometimes it stays the same, and a lot of times, though, it changes as I write the song. Um, I try to be as sick as humanly possible. Um, I like to gross people out, you know. But at the same time, I take a lot of time doing it. To me, it's a lost art. I know a lot of people don't read the lyrics anymore, man, but I do, and I'm not gonna be on a stage and say stupid shit. I want to be proud of what I'm talking about.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, have you watched Terrifier?
I have. I've watched one and two, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
those
pretty fucking brutal.
definitely watch number three. You think number one and two are brutal? Number three is way it goes up.
I'll go check it out.
I think at one time I like muted the movie and put on like you guys like I have a playlist of brutal death metal and it went with the movie. It was that good.
Nice. It's like
There you go.
Dark Side of the Moon with the boss.
Like I've met the guy who plays Terrifier and I showed him my tattoo and the freakiest thing he ever did is he grabbed my arm and twisted it and I'm like this. Oh, this feels like a horror movie come true.
Nice. Nice.
Like I just love how like I love the imagination of death metal like because it's like it takes you to imagination and it's a
Right.
story.
Sure. All the minor stories, they always, they have a
Yeah.
beginning, they have a, focal point in the middle, and then, the ending, twist. That's just kind of it's always how it's always been with our lyrics and stuff, starting with, even when Mike was writing them.
I'm guessing then you watched the Dahmer show, the Gacy show and all that yet?
You talking about on Netflix?
Yeah.
I've watched the Dahmer one, and I've seen Ted Bundy is kind of one of the ones a lot of my lyrics are based upon Ted Bundy.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the one on Peacock about John Wayne Gacy, let me tell you, the dude who plays the lead detective in that show is so good.
Yeah.
I
Well,
definitely suggest that
definitely
one.
check it out.
Yeah.
And
So
like,
Ruben, go ahead, Jake.
oh my bad. And I just want to say, Brad, your drumming's insane. Like seeing that shit live, I literally wanted to punch someone in the face and make them bleed.
Thank you. Well, that's the goal. I'm that sonically we want to create something like you said, alluded to, it makes you want to move, makes you want to do something physical with your body. That's the whole goal. When I'm hitting those drums in a certain way, I'm trying to get people out there to react the way I am behind the kit. So it is a symbiotic kind of release for sure. So seeing people go crazy, that's what I'm trying to accomplish back there. So seeing it work is even better.
Oh yeah, I think we all like me, you, and Ruben. We've all met when we you guys played Chicago. But like I said, my tailbone went out that night, and I barely could breathe. So like meeting people that night was kind of hard because I was like, I can't even barely talk.
You gave your body up for the show.
But my question for us, my question for you guys, are you guys working on new material by any chance?
Yep.
Ooh,
Ruben?
Yeah, we're working currently recording an EP. I'll be going in here in a couple of weeks to record the vocals, but yeah, we got stuff coming out pretty soon.
Yep, posted a little snippet of a clip of us tracking in the studio on our socials this weekend, so people could get a little taste of what the next thing will sound like with our
Nice, man.
first thing. Yeah, first thing we recorded with our new guitar player Marvin from Stabbing. So we're pretty stoked about it.
that dude's such a sweetheart.
He's a great guy.
I gotta see Stabbing when they played with Putrid Stew and Dog in a venue that holds 200 people.
Oh, right on.
I swear, every brutal death show I go to, it's a small venue and everybody's usually someone's gonna get hurt.
Yep. It's the idea.
You had a
Ruben,
question?
you switched around. You played guitar, you sang, right? You came back. Um,
I did the Molesting album on vocal, and then started doing guitar on a few albums.
is that what Mike was singing?
Yes, yes. We
Right.
originally had Wayne, and he got sick,
Yeah.
and Mike kind of, you know, strong armed vocal
Assume.
duty, and yeah,
God bless Mike, man. Make sure he gets out of his troubles he's in, you know?
But yeah, th- like I keep saying, you guys definitely deserve the credit you guys deserve because without you guys, like I said, it wouldn't be possible where we are in the music scene where we are now.
well, I appreciate
Uh,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, man, I,
Doesn't mean a
I, I
lot.
live in Florida, right? And it's a really politically correct state. So there's a few local shows in the area, you know. And every once in a while when I'm not doing nothing, I'll visit them. And I see a lot of little kids wearing Devourman shirts, man, Devourman hoodies, you know, and these kids, they're very into you, man. And they're these they wouldn't be our standard death metal kids from when we came up and since like 88. They're just different kind of kids, and it's good and it's very appreciative that they keep the legacy going. But again, you guys broke into. I mean, I feel like a lot of deathcore bands want to play with you. And are you guys doing any crossover venues?
We just did I mean, I was going to say something about that, but yeah, that's a good point. Last year, our biggest tour we've done to date was actually in support of Carnifex for their, one of their Hell, I forgot the name of the record. I'm
Hell
terrible with
chose
these.
me.
Yeah, Hell Chose Me anniversary tour with Suffocation and Us. And so yeah, I mean they're one of those bands that were that first wave of deathcore, I think, in the early 2000s, 2010s era that kind of said, "Hey, you guys were an influence. We listened to you." That was a big deal because even post development when I quit back in 99, 2000, whatever. I was still listening to, seeing how extreme music was evolving. And of course, metalcore came out and then deathcore. And now, we're talking to guys like Suicide Silence and Despised Icon, and they all list this as, yeah, some of their earliest influences, that they do what they do because of what we did. So that's, like you said, awesome that we had some kind of influence that carries over, and then it carries over to now, but we didn't change what we were doing. Despite that, we're still kind of doing what we originally did, and let them take that and go this, path with that, with that influence, but we're going to stay this path
Yeah,
and keep,
absolutely. That's
you know what
amazing.
I mean?
And Mortician did the same thing, they never changed.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you guys never change. And that's real as fuck, man. Like you still what you
Yeah,
do. I guess when you play you know, when you play and you don't give a fuck who likes it because you play for yourself.
exactly. It's
And
the Slayer model, right?
eventually it
It's
just comes out because you're genuine, you're doing it from the heart and then you're doing what you love. And I think that this is a
yeah,
lot, like that energy comes out into people and they're like, okay, these guys fucking really love what they're doing.
right.
It's amazing, man. That's truly amazing, because I don't hear you
Thank
guys
you.
in some fucking melodic fucking, emo song now that you guys are at the
No,
level that you are, and not that you don't deserve the level that you are, man. More power to you, man. God bless, man.
thank
Keep
you.
on pushing forward, man. Success is only like gonna get bigger for you guys.
Yeah, you just got to stay true to yourself, right? And just
For
like
real. Why? There's no other reason to
devourment's
do
just
it.
an exactly like devourment was an idea and just a pure creative expression of extreme brutality in musical form and lyrical form, and that's all it's ever been. It's never been about being a rock star, getting signed, or getting chicks or any of that stuff. If I was going to do that, I would have fucking joined a rock band, 12
Yeah.
years ago. Uh, so yeah, this is just us being us in our rawest sense, and the extreme music, so extreme vocals, extreme lyrics, extreme everything. So we got to keep it, what the idea of devourment is, because that's what it is. It's just an idea.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I definitely look up to Ruben when he does his vocals. Like I respect what you could do. Like I practice them in the car and like I love my fiance to death. And like last night we were listening to music and I was doing the gurgles and she was just like this. I want to try and she tried and I was just like just keep practicing.
Yep. Just
Well,
keep.
Ruben's a mutant too. He's got show him the throat. He's got a genetic mutations. He's got the frog throat.
I
Yep.
was like, I thought we were gonna get a scream for a minute. I was like, oh shit.
I don't know.
But yeah, like your style of vocals definitely I think I talked to Don from Waking the Cadaver and he said he definitely looked up to like you guys in the early years of Waking.
Sure.
That's like another thing I wish you like if you guys could tour, definitely take Waking with you.
I'll definitely consider it for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Are you guys planning to like do a full length tour anytime soon?
Maybe.
We got some shows coming this summer for sure.
Yeah, we might have something to announce for the US summer that people might be into.
Let's hope it's
Right.
Could be pretty big. Could be big. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like absolutely like you guys like in my opinion, you guys are the legends that like I respect. Like I keep saying, I'm just excited that you guys are keep going and you don't give up. And like I tell every like young band I see, don't forget where you came from and always pay respect to the legends you meet.
Yeah, I mean that's how we feel too. I mean, we're about as humble as anybody else can be. I'm just happy, we can draw crowds, pretty much anywhere we can go. So
Yeah,
You
there's
deserve it, man. You earned it.
we take none of it for granted. It means as much now as it did when, 20 people would show up to a show back in the day.
absolutely.
Um, yeah, especially given all this time that it proves that, whatever we happened to do 20 some years ago still resonates with people or younger people or another generation of people, or or whatever, that's like the ultimate like gift you can get as a artist, right? Is like you do your thing purely from yourself and your heart and your whatever it is, and a whole bunch of people go, "Hey, I like that thing. That was pretty cool." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's we couldn't ask for any like you said, we're humble as they come, and we started this and remain fans of this music, and that's why we did it in the first place, right? So we have our bands that, when I see them, I'm hey, all praise to you guys, because we Devourment wouldn't exist if it weren't for this band and this band and this band, right?
Yeah. Like I know my little brother, he's 16, and like I never like as soon as I confirmed you guys coming on, he was just like this. I love that band to death, and I'm like this. I know you do, and he's like every time like he always asks me for my old band T-shirts. I'm just like this. I'm not gonna keep handing stuff down. I was like, go get a job. You're 16 now.
Come to the show, we'll hook you up, man.
Oh yeah, like the one thing I always like I always go to the record store. I always dig for in the they have like a category section for metal. I always dig in D to see if someone does sells your guys' record or I get lucky and I get a re-release. And every time I'm just like, nope, nothing. And like I message the guy who orders their stuff. I'm like, can you give me any Devourment? He's all like this. No, not really. It's all sold out.
Yeah.
That's
I do
that's
the same.
awesome.
I do the same thing, and it's like, well, either it's good or bad. I don't know. Either it's sold out or you just don't get it.
Exactly.
What are some of the younger bands that you guys definitely see like potential with, like going up forward, like in general?
Healing Flesh. I mean, obviously they've far surpassed that one. Um,
Right.
we watched Sanguisugabog since the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah, they're definitely fucking killer and killer people too.
Are.
Yeah, great dudes, great band, great music. Um, and yeah, and some up and coming bands too in that same vein. Corpse Pile from Houston is pretty killer. And but yeah, there's a lot of younger bands that are, you know, not because they're influenced by us necessarily, but they're obviously doing something, in the same wheelhouse. So, and we're all mutual admirers of one another.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like how is it like different? Like I know you guys got to play all over the United States and pretty much all over the world, pretty much. How is it different? Would you say it's different down south compared to like the East Coast, West Coast, or Central America?
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I mean, some of the shows that we've played, we'll say, like in South America, have been some of the most violent fucking shit we've ever fucking seen. I don't know, man. I think that as far as the United States, it really doesn't differ a whole lot. I mean, most of the time it's just, packed houses and, not a whole lot of violence, we'll see the pits and everything else and the stage diving and all that good stuff. Um, but yeah, as far as like violence, I guess, what was that show in South America we did where the
I think it
cops
was
were on stage?
Ecuador. Was it Ecuador? Or,
Maybe, yeah.
yeah, or something like, yeah, there was, yeah, we've South American
We've had to fight
fans.
people off stage before. I mean,
Yeah, they had security and police guys and
yeah,
Wow.
people pulling knives at shows, and not like to, yeah, some weird, sketchy violence, but like it was, everyone was there to have a good time though, which is still the weird part. But yeah, a little scary. But the fans there are fucking insane. Like, what was that? Chile? We played in like a soccer thing or something, and
yeah, that
Santiago,
was pretty
Chile.
bizarre.
Yeah, so yeah, I think they're just so appreciative there because maybe they don't get as much access to some of the stuff. Same with like Asian shows in Asia or something like that. They don't have the numbers, but they have the passion. In America, it's like, they can see a show every week, but they're still, if we bring it, they're going to bring it back, and the response is awesome. Fans everywhere are the same in that if they really like what you're doing, they're going to let you know, and that's the best feeling.
Yeah,
For sure. I definitely love like I want to go up to Europe to see how that like differs than here in the US. I feel like that would be a like treat.
Mhm. Go to Obscene Extreme.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. But
That's the wildest.
for sure.
uh so like my question for you guys is like how did it feel like signing a record label? Like how did that feel like going into it with Relapse?
I mean, it was our guy Eli. He was, I think, I'm pretty sure he was a fan first. But it was, I mean, obviously an honor. But you know, even when Rich from Flesh Grind United Guttural approached us, I mean, I would say for us that was even bigger. You know, I mean, it's just things you don't anticipate, and then it kind of falls into place out of
Mhm.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I wasn't there for the relapse, but like he was saying with the United Guttural, it's like when we did MTD or whatever, we just came out. We'd only been around for a couple years, and we were just doing the thing, and then enough people liked us that like we had, like you said, Rich, like at the time, United Guttural was like a huge thing in the underground, reaching out to us, going, "Hey, we want to work with you guys." It's like we weren't seeking anything out, but they were, knocking at our door, so to speak. And so we got these great opportunities, which led to bigger and better things than, during the change up in the 2000s. And the relapse, I remember because I wasn't in the band at the time, so I could see it from the outside when those guys got signed to relapse. That like sent shockwaves through, the brutal death metal community. That was a big deal to see like, an OG band get on a major metal label for what it was. So that was awesome to see it from the outside. And then when I rejoined and became part of the family, like you said, Eli was our A&R guy at Relapse, amazing dude. Started as a fan for sure. Um, and getting to work with them was a just a great opportunity and a great experience.
Sure.
That's amazing.
Do you have anything to say, Sebastian?
I mean, that's amazing. You guys deserve it. You've been working so hard for so many years, you know.
Thank you.
It's good that, you finally get your flowers, man. That's well deserved, you know. Uh, it makes me excited. It gives you hope, right? That what we do,
Yeah,
which is not, pop music, it's
exactly.
very obscured and degenerate and brutal. And, sometimes when people,
Yep.
my wife's like, oh, my husband's in a band. What kind of music is he? Oh, he's in, extreme metal band. Like, I didn't even want to
Right.
explain to people. It's like, how do you even
Yeah.
explain?
The death metal shame spiral. Yeah, of like of having having to explain to coworkers and friends and family that don't have a clue, but have
Right.
never heard anything harder than Metallica. I'm like, oh, what's your band sound like? It's like Metallica, kind of. you know, I'm just like, sure, yes, that's what it sounds
Yeah.
like. We
Like,
sound
is
like
it like
Megadeth,
Slayer? I'm like, no,
right?
a little harder than that, and like harder than that. Like, yeah,
Yeah, there's no
it's
concept.
tough.
They can't even like fathom what that even means,
Yeah.
right? So
And listen, there's not to water down our scene, but they're amazing, talented players. I mean, you're drumming, everything you guys do. It's kind of like an exercise. I mean, it has technicality and has like, you know, it's a workout, right? Because like,
100%.
get everything fucking tight live is a workout. And then you're dealing with shitty sound man, and you gotta adjust, it's never perfect, right? You're not going on a perfect stage with your own sound man with the like Metallica, you know. So big ups to that, man. And you guys killed Maryland Death Fest. Like that's the last time you see it. The last time I seen you guys, and yeah, it was funny. I'm hanging out with two strippers and they're shaking their ass to it. So they love the group.
We appreciate the strippers too.
Well, we do too. I do too. Well, not my wife will hear it, but
I can't say anything because I might get killed. My lovely fiance's only a few like in the other room.
yeah, I'm a pig. I'm like, hey, babe.
But like I
I'm like,
like
hey, babe, that chick got a nice fucking ass. I mean, when you've been with your wife for a long time, I mean, what are you gonna do? Is she gonna leave me because I said something stupid?
like I
That
tell a
would
lot of
happen.
people. Like
Yeah,
I try to show like my coworkers like music in general, like the heavier
yeah.
side. I'm like this because I work at Walmart and I do the 9 to 5 grind. I
Right.
have they let us have one headphone in. And I'm just like listen to this and like my boss Bill's like, oh Jake listens to the Cookie Monster vocals, and I'm just like, that's not what it's called, but whatever you want to call it. Then like I try to show the younger kids that I work with. I'm like this. Oh, I interview musicians. They're like, oh, have you interviewed this rapper? I'm like, I don't know who that is. But I'm like, listen to this and you tell me how you feel after. And he's like, I can't understand it. And I'm like you, Ruben. I like reading lyrics. That's my thing. I love reading it. Sometimes we get it tattooed on us because it means something to us personally.
Sure.
Right.
Like I
Yeah,
think I got
double standard tattoos because I'm a huge Misfits fan, but I have 138 because of the Bowerman. Oh, here, I don't even. Oh yeah, right here. That's the reason why I got 138.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I see it. Yeah, yeah. Right
Oh,
on.
second.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
BET. Got
yeah. Behind the altars of madness.
it. Nice.
Great album.
but
Yeah,
like
amazing album.
I tell a lot of people like read lyrics, it won't hurt you. Like more people need to understand reading it helps you get through like half the world. Because if we stop reading, there's gonna be more chaos.
It's reality, not watered down, right?
Well, yeah, but there's always been a stigma on lyrics versus horror movies, and I never understood that.
Right.
It's like people feel like, you're more likely to be influenced by reading lyrics as opposed to watching a movie, which never made sense to me.
Right.
Like I think I got one of my favorite lyrics. It's by the band The Acacia Strain, and it says, "I hope I make your skin crawl," and it's above like my Michael Myers, my Leatherface, and Art the Clown tattoo,
Mm,
and it's right above it. And like I tell everybody, like I was not gonna get the lyrics that say, "Take this job and shove it,"
I like
but
that.
That's a good song too. Johnny Paycheck, right?
Absolutely.
Right, right, Ruben?
That is. I know that shit.
We know that. I know that stuff.
but like
Yeah, no, I think yeah, that would make because then you can it's just another layer of the musical experience, right? I'm the same way. Like I would get CDs back in the day and I would read all the liner notes and the lyrics and go along with it, and it does give it more meaning to you if you understand what is actually going on. I mean, it doesn't mean you need that to enjoy it. Clearly, obviously, what's the first "Slowly We Rot" has no fucking lyrics at all on it or something. It's just John Tardy
Right.
doing his shit, whatever, and that's cool. But we we're a thinking man's death metal band, so Ruben puts a lot of effort and time into those lyrics, and
And
again, it's
Ruben,
just another
when you
expression of
do those
extremity.
lyrics, do you actually sing them
Are you talking
in
about
your gutturals?
when I'm recording or when on live?
Or whenever you play live?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Fucking sick.
He'll just
'Cause
sit
we
there
never
like in a
sang
car.
anything. We were like, you know. And it's funny because I got John from Mortal Decay. He's going to do a track with us, and he's like, "Well, what do I sing?" And I'm just like, "I don't know. We never wrote lyrics. We just wrote fucking just guttural behind everything, you know."
Mhm.
That's amazing. That says a lot. And I do remember being 16 years old and getting brand new South of Heaven on record and playing Spill the Blood for my Spanish grandmother, who's extremely Catholic, and she started crying.
Yeah.
I translated the lyrics, and she broke down. She was like, "What do you listen to?" And it's like, I don't know what it is about us. Maybe we're wired different, or we accept reality because a lot of our lyrics in our music, they're not far from reality. Reality is distorted. You know what I mean? They're molesting children, they're killing, they're torturing, and it's real. with the exception with us metal bands, we actually talk about it. We don't hide it.
Right.
Yep. I'll definitely talk about it.
Oh yeah, like I
Yeah, man,
tell
keep doing it, brother. Keep fucking doing it, man.
like I tell a lot of people, like when you listen to rap lyrics anymore, like in the early 80s and 90s, rap meant something. Nowadays you just hear rappers just like talk about smoking weed,
Right.
beating someone or something, like making money, and it's not from the heart.
Right.
And like when you listen to like you guys or any other like heavy band, you feel something in your heart, like something's like, okay, I feel something for this song, or I feel something for this album,
Yeah.
and it takes you through a reality check.
Yeah. The songwriting is a major factor in what anybody should be doing, but particularly for us.
Like
It's a
That's
powerful
amazing.
song.
That's
I think
amazing.
there was one time I was trying to start a band, and I wrote like 90% of it. Like I told the guys when we were in the group chat, like I was like, I didn't have the perfect childhood. And I was all like this, I'm gonna write how I feel and what I saw. And I was like, you got to get it out one way or another because, like, let's be real, that gets people's attention. Like, oh shit, this can really happen to someone.
Sure.
100%. Yeah. I mean, it's a yeah, music is catharsis is just as much as important as just writing for fiction or aesthetic sake, right? I mean, you hear so many people as listeners and both artists saying that expression or whatever it was, the lyrics or the melody or what have you, is how they got through something or an idea or a situation or a trauma or whatever, right? So it's like there can be a purpose, a dual purpose, beyond just being a form of entertainment or whatever. And obviously horror movies and fictional horror story books and music didn't invent the tragedies and horrible things that humans have done to each other for thousands and thousands of years. But we can talk about it, we can express it,
Absolutely.
and we can try to
Absolutely.
get in the minds of the people that do those things, or understand why people suck sometimes. And if you're writing extreme music, we got to go to the extremes of human nature, right? And understand that and express it and go and confront it, right? So,
Oh yeah, like definitely. Like I think there was one song, like my favorite band is Vacation Strain, and I think Vincent wrote a song about losing someone you love dear to your heart, but it's screaming.
mhm.
And I remember like listening to that album on break, and I came back and I was just in like tears because I was just like that hit me like to my chest because I lost my dad when I was 19.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I was like, that song moved me in a way I never thought it was gonna move. But like the way he does, like because he screams the word fuck, and it's just like, yeah, I was there when I was 19, like watching my dad grab my hand, look at me straight in the face, and
Mhm.
look up, squeeze one last time, and just see him take that last inhale, and poof, he was gone.
And that elevated that song for you personally to a certain level, right? I mean, you could have still enjoyed it just as a listener, like I would, but since you had that extra connection to it through the lyrical content or what have you, or how he's expressing himself vocally, even, that just made it so much more than just another song to you, right? So, or just another band. And that's the ultimate, creative idea. Connect what's again, all of this, movies, books, music. It's people communicating an idea or a feeling with another person, right? It's us communicating with other people on a large scale. At a show, we're communicating with that pit. We don't have to tell you to fucking move in a circle and hit each other. We're going to make some noises and you're going to want to do that because that's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, same thing. We're pulling the strings of human emotion and connection with people with what we're
Absolutely.
doing.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, like I told my fiance, like I remember listening to that, and like we're gonna play tribute because I'm bringing my dad's ashes to the wedding. And I said this: no one touches those ashes. They're gonna sit on the table where I'm sitting because I don't need someone touching them. and we're gonna play that song for him, and like a lot of people are gonna be like, probably like, what the hell? Because it's gonna be a
Yeah.
bunch of old people. Let's be real. They're gonna be like,
Right.
but
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna like this. You need to listen to the song, and you'll feel the same connection I do.
Right.
Maybe it'll broad your expansion to your head like this. Something's gonna plug in, and like we all feel it. You get plugged in, then you're like this. Maybe there's more behind the music than just a dude yelling at me.
Absolutely. And on the flip side, if you're one of those people over there, there may be, yeah, 20 people. I've been that person that looks at it and go, okay, this is weird. This is uncomfortable. I don't like this. But there's going to be one of those people that has an open enough consciousness to go, you know what? This clearly means something to this guy and his son or what have you. So I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
keep an open mind. I'm
it's
gonna listen to it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna take it in for what it is. I may not understand it, but I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna, process it, and it's gonna have some meaning. So absolutely, that's that you would do those things that you feel you have to do. And even though people might look at you funny, fuck it. You got to do what you got to do, right?
Oh yeah, like I think I busted my nose at too many shows. Too many shows. Let's be real. When you get in the pit, it's pit or be pitted.
Right.
And I got my nose broken at a show. And I remember because the dude turned around, punched me right in the nose. And like I felt something right after that because the guy started playing heavier on the guitar, the drums, and the vocals started hitting. So I just popped my nose a little more, and all I feel is blood dripping down, and I wipe it all over his leather jacket.
Hmm.
And I'm like, this, you wanted to go there? I'm going to take it to the next extreme.
Right.
Should have uppercut him.
He was like six. I'm only 5'4". The dude was like 6'3". Uppercutting. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Cut him in the nuts.
I feel like when someone says hit him in the nuts, it reminds me of Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. It says that's my purse.
Ruben always suggests violence towards people, so it's always punch this guy. That's
That's
his default.
that's true. That is true.
It's true. It's not terrible advice.
So, Sebastian, you have anything left?
no, I am I'm fucking stoked. You guys are one of my favorite bands. Ruben, you and I, we've been writing to each other since the 90s, late 90s. Brad, I'm honored that I got to, meet you. Two solid members. I think what you guys are doing is fucking epic. Keep on doing it. And you guys are the success that's following you because you deserve it. You put in a lot of work, man. Trials, tribulations, and I know you guys been through some really hard times where you're still here, and that perseverance is it just shows, man. And this is why everybody's recognizing you, man. I love you guys. Wish you much success, and I hope we can run into each other and play some shows with Dripping one day. And if we don't, I'll still come out as a fan, man, because I'm a fucking fan first before anything.
We appreciate that, man.
Send me Ruben and um Ruben, send me you stuff and I can send you guys some t-shirts, and
Yeah, what you want?
some dripping stuff. Just send me your address,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll shoot you that for sure. I appreciate that.
And Brad, you yourself as well, man. I can send you some dripping stuff.
Thank you, man. Absolutely.
Definitely,
Appreciate all the
definitely
kind
gotta,
words.
you guys are like, it was just like Ripping Corpse, Mortal Decay, and then we heard you guys were like, we have to sing like that in North Jersey. Nobody was doing that because Paul was doing the froggy vocals down at Mortal Decay,
Mm,
back in the late, 90s. It was a pleasure, man, and thank you so much for doing this. Congratulations, Ruben, with Serena. She's a sweetheart.
I
Um,
appreciate it.
Brad, I know you look like you have your whole life together. You look like this uh
Oh, sham,
corporate
dude.
guy. You know what I mean? You don't look like you're playing a death metal band. You look like you're like this corporate guy who got his shit together, and I'm sure you do. And I'm sure you have your family, and God bless your family, guys. God bless everything you do, and we wish you the most success, and you deserve it. You
Thank you
deserve it.
so much. And
Riding that
towards
wave.
you guys as well, man. Thank you so
When
much.
you can, Ruben, can we leave messages on the Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah, just text me you guys' addresses. I'll send you a bunch of dripping shit.
Cool.
Oh yeah. If you guys come anywhere near Chicago, I'll hit you up, Ruben, and maybe we all can get something to eat and we can just chill.
We may
Absolutely.
take you up on that this summer.
Take you up on
Wink,
food,
wink.
man.
Dinner will be on me, as they say.
Gracias.
But like, definitely, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know when the interview is coming out. We got one announcement coming, and I should be dropping it today. And I think a lot of people are going to be excited for the next interview we got. And if they're listening, it's Paul Mazurkowitz from Cannibal Corpse.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I think yeah. Very
After
cool.
that, we
Man.
have Mortal Decay.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh geez.
Oh, absolutely. Legends. Thank you guys, man. Keep
Thank you
doing what
again,
you're
man.
doing.
You, man.
All right.
Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.
Catch you later.
The Wild Man Podcast. Let's rock and roll.